Not too bad, though. Noticing Fulton to 90, still up to speed, 64 miles per hour as you approach the Inner Belt Bridge. Come on out, that bigger picture, like JD said, all the other highways nice and dry. Let me show you the difference between west and east. Our ODOT camera showing you Rocky River here. Because of that rollover crash, 90 east at West 117th. As we zoom on in, look at those delays extending all the way to Crocker Road in Westlake. That's true friendship right there. Terrence and Kareem. Oh, she said it. She's not sure. She's not sure. All right, now the shore right looking good this morning. No issues for you on the highway. We just had one accident this morning on 90 and West, and that was all clear. So the good news is 224 right at 77. That accident in the Eckerd area, that's reopened. However, we've got another one here. If your car does skid, what do? Do you remember?
Into the skid, right?
You were listening? Just got a tweet from my friend Bees Weatherick 96 saying it is really the struggle this morning, taking a picture of what it looks like. But compare that to two different views of the greater Cleveland area, 71 and West 25th, 71 and Clark. So you kind of see the difference here. Saw a lot of police out on the scene here, 90 and West 84th Street, and making calls to find out exactly what's happening there. We've seen the accidents come in, cars off to the ditch, cars sliding into each other as well, but jammed packed cars not moving whatsoever. Let's go to live pictures. Mike Vielhaber in our News Tracker 5. He is on the scene right now, and it looks like that minivan is still in the highway there. So, again, we're dealing with the southbound lanes only. That's what's shut down. Northbound, no problem there. Right around mile marker 106 is this area. So this is Pro Football Hall of Fame area, right by Mercy Hospital. This is where the accident site is. You can get off. You can exit if you're stuck in it at 306. You're starting to see that slow congestion forming. That's what the yellow color means, and the delay it's causing. But my advice is to take 615 and kind of avoid it all. We do have that rollover we're still tracking, 77 right at Grant. Look at the delay that it is causing now beyond 480. That left lane's blocked. Let me show you what it looks like outside. Police still on the scene. We're into a half hour right now. That ODOT video right here, 77 right at Grant. So you see those flashing lights, cars getting by in that farthest right lane. But look at that extensive backup. You see those cars at a standstill right there at 77 as you approach 480. I'll let you know if it improves, but for now, plan ahead. Police still on the scene of that two-car crash just before Fleet on 77, and then another accident into the News 5 traffic center. This one 90 eastbound right at Dead Man's Curve. Now, we do have power outages in Cuyahoga County. As we move on over here, I spoke with Cleveland Police. They're saying that some of the light poles on 480 out because the power is out. Can't really tell from this camera shot here at 480 and Transportation Boulevard, but according to the dispatch person I spoke with over the phone, really you're going to see this around Transportation and Lee. So the wet roads and some of those lights being out, not making your commute very easy this morning. Guys, we talked about it a little bit before, right at Maywood Avenue, partial building collapse, that section closed off. Just found out though that Lorraine Avenue partially open here, passable at least here at 126th after a tree fell down. Let's pull up those ODOT views and check on 4 different shots along 480. Traffic's building. Make sure you go slow because the highways are still very slick out there. We are not used to seeing this early in the morning. It is 4:32 right now. We are seeing cars going well below the speed limit, 71, 77. Same story on 90, the Inner Belt Bridge as well. It's because it's just so treacherous out there. Those whiteout conditions, and you're not going to be able to even see those lane markings. We do have a car flipped over East 55th and Bessemer. Car flipped on its side there, blocking that center lane. Tracking some of the speeds here. Look at this, 90 westbound, the Inner Belt Bridge, 17 miles per hour. You have to go slow because of that blowing snow. Let me show you what it looks like outside. 4 different views along the highways showing that it almost looks like fog out there just because the visibility is an issue. It's just that blowing snow making travel very dangerous this morning. Over to you guys. This is a very controversial topic that certainly hits a nerve with parents. Here's video of students being jostled around on a bus. Should they be strapped in on the way to school?
Seatbelts on large school buses. Only 6 states have them right now. Ohio isn't one of them, and these parents want to know why.
They could always have seatbelts just like they have in roller coasters that you could just quickly release.
I would feel a lot safer, trusting a bus if they were strapped in.
Meet Jeffrey Castle.
The cushioning, the absorption, the speed, the size of the bus, we don't need them.
He's president of the Hudson-based school bus safety company, training drivers in 3,000 school districts nationwide, 100 here in Ohio. Castle's argument, the school bus is built like a tank. Extra protection just isn't needed.
They're big, they're huge, they're heavy. And they very rarely travel above 30 miles an hour because they're delivering kids to and from school.
Look at this school bus crash test from Safeguard for Kids. Their pro seatbelt stance supported with dramatic images showing what can happen to kids in a crash when they aren't buckled in.
If I have to put the buckle on no matter what, they should have to too.
But council points out if a fire breaks out on a bus or if it crashes into water, those consequences are just as bad. Kids would be trapped with their seatbelts on.
If they wear it across the neck, across the abdomen, they're 5 times more likely to die than had they not had a seatbelt on in the first place.
Installing belts on one school bus could cost anywhere from $7,000 to $11,000. But for these parents, you can't put a price tag on a child's safety.
If we can do whatever we can do to make it possible to make sure that they get to their education back in home safe, then that's what we need to do.
Now, just 1 year ago, the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration endorsed seatbelts on school buses, but nothing's really happened. A reminder out there for all of you concerned parents nationwide, about 5 kids are killed riding a bus to school each year. But compare that to the more than 800 students who don't ride a bus killed each year. And those are students who walk, bike, or ride in a car. Terrence, over to you.